Peace. What's the word, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Monday thus far. Y'all see the subject matter for the day, man. We feeling inspirational, motivational today. We killing all excuses right now. We focusing on executing, reaching those goals, elevating, just getting back to our rightful position in this universe. That's what we focused on today. Ray Sean, peace. What's happening? Magic, peace. What's happening? A lot of times, man, I get the impression it's not even an impression. It's a reality, man. A lot of black people are afraid to be successful out here, man. Society didn't condition us to believe that we are an inferior people. So we intimidated by power. We intimidated by success. We think power equates with corruption. We think those are one and the same. We feel like if we get some type of power in the form of wealth and all of that, then corruption is soon to follow. So we gotta kill that nonsense. We gotta kill that myth, man. We deserve just as much power and wealth as any other ethnic group. We deserve just as much as any other ethnic group, man. Point blank, period. Patrick, peace. What's happening? Antoinette, peace. Queen, what's happening? Lindell, peace. What's happening, my brother? Jasmine, peace. What's happening, Queen? What's the word? But yeah, black people, we got to stop being afraid of that power, man. We got to stop being afraid of generating wealth, putting in the proper work to become powerful, man. Like I said, you deserve it just as much as any other ethnic group. We can't sit back and let all these other ethnic groups enjoy all this wealth, enjoy all this power while we sit back in poverty. No, sir. That's not about to happen. We about to start valuing ownership a lot more. We about to start valuing entrepreneurship a lot more. We about to start valuing wealth a lot more. We about to start valuing owning land a lot more. That's what needs to happen. MTP, what's happening? What's the word? We got to start valuing this stuff a lot more. A lot more. And that was part of my mission. Part of my mission, you know. I was like, man, I can't be talking about how powerful my people are. Yet again, my whole mission in life, I'm clocking in and out for the oppressor. You know, nah, I'm not gonna do that, man. It's time for us to create more opportunities for people that look like us. But like I said, for the most part, we want to sit around and we want to make excuses. We want to blame everybody else for our circumstances in life. But then turn around and talk about how powerful our ancestors were, talk about how powerful our people once was, and things like that. Like we come from that same bloodline and lineage, we can do the same exact things. We can do the same things that we claim they did back in the day. Do the same thing. Nothing stopping us from being great. Nothing stopping us from manifesting that power. Nothing. The only thing that's stopping you from doing that is you. Y'all know the cliche. The only person that's holding you back is you. Marcel, peace. What's happening? Eugene, peace. What's happening? Jacqueline, peace. What's happening? My sister, what's the word? I stopped being afraid of being successful right around the time pandemic hit. What they say, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. I realized in order for me to truly manifest my power, I had to take some big risks. And that's what I did. That's what I did. At the end of the day, I realized that that's something that I had to do. In order for you to truly be successful, especially as a black man or woman in the wilderness of North America, you got to take tremendous risks. There is no way to go about it safely. I'm here to tell you that as an actual fact. There is no way as a black person in the wilderness of North America that has some knowledge of him or herself. There is no way to go about manifesting your power in a safe manner. There is no way to reach that level of success that you deserve in a safe way. You're gonna have to make some risks or take some risks. You're gonna have to do it. You'll have to take some risks. Point blank. Clocks in, peace, my brother. What's happening? You're gonna have to take some major risks. You're just gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do it. If you're afraid to take risks, you might as well stay where you at and stop complaining about it. Stop making excuses and all of that. because you have spoken that into the atmosphere, man. You're afraid to take the risk, so it's really nobody else's fault but your own as to why you are not elevating and progressing in life. If you're afraid to take those risks, if you're afraid of how people may perceive you and things along those lines, then that's your fault. That's your fault for not progressing, for remaining inert, as they call it, stagnant. It's your fault. Nobody else's fault. King repeats what's happening. Nobody else's fault, man. It's a lot of ways to go and get it out here. A lot of ways, man. All you got to do is choose the way that's more suitable for your personality. That's all you got to do. There's plenty of ways to go about shifting your circumstances in life. Plenty of ways. All you got to do is choose one that's suitable for you. Thousands of ways to liberate yourself. Thousands of ways to attain some level of freedom, autonomy, as they call it. Thousands of ways to go about it. All you got to do is choose the way, choose the path, choose the endeavor. That's it. So what you waiting on? What you afraid of? What you afraid of, man? What's the worst that can happen? Like I said, I was reading a business book some years ago, and the dude was like, always just ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen when it comes to entrepreneurship, going into business for yourself, creating a side hustle, things like that. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen, like for instance, my gym. The worst that can happen with opening a gym is that I have to shut the gym down and I have to go back to work in corporate America. That's literally the worst that can happen. That's the worst that can happen. That don't sound too bad to me. That don't sound too bad to me. The worst that can happen is that, okay, boom, this didn't work out, so I got to get out of this contract, and then I just got to go find me another job. It's the worst that can happen. Or this ain't work out, then I got to create another, you know what I'm saying, another idea. I got to put another idea into motion. I got to put another endeavor into motion. It's the worst that can happen. Don't sound too bad to me. So if your worst case scenario is not necessarily that bad, then what you waiting on? Treasure Nest, peace, what's happening? Clocks in, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it. See, the problem that we have is we think. We think way too much. That's part of the problem. Like that's a big portion of the problem. What they call overthinking. Because it's very easy for you to talk yourself out of doing any and everything. You can think of the longer you give yourself time to think, the easier to be for you not to do something. So that's why I tell people you just got to get up and do it. You just got to do it. Like, for instance, when it comes to working out, man, you just got to get up and do it. Like, you just got to go to that gym. You just got to put in that work. The moment you start thinking about it, you're going to start thinking about a million different things that you would rather be doing opposed to driving to this gym and working out. Guarantee you. Guarantee if you sit and think about it, you're going to think of reasons not to go. You're going to talk yourself out of working out. It's easy to do it because it's a lot of things. Like even me, I'm a trainer, but it's a million things I'd rather do opposed to doing some burpees, some deadlifts, some squats. I'd rather chill at the crib like everybody else. I'd rather be asleep. I'd rather be watching a show, reading a book, anything. So the moment I think about it is the moment I'm likely to talk myself out of it. Same with your business endeavors, man. You just got to go and do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. If it don't work out, so what? Move on to the next endeavor. Short-term memory. That's how we got to move. That's how we got to operate and function. Ja Child, peace, what's happening? Oh, Jacqueline, for sure. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest. See, the problem is we be trying to find support. See, that's the part of the problem. Don't even seek support. The support gonna come to you. That's what I realized. A lot of times we be seeking support from the people around us, and then when we don't get it, we feel some type of way. Most of the support that you gonna get when it comes to your endeavor gonna come from people that you may never meet in the physical. But our problem is we expect the people that's closest to us to support us the most, and a lot of times that don't happen. And when that don't happen, we feel some type of way. And that prevents us from pursuing the endeavor. Like forget finding support, seeking out support. When you master your craft, when you focus on mastering your craft and you dedicate time, energy, and effort into mastering that craft, the support is going to come to you. You're going to attract the support. So you don't even need to find it. You don't need to seek support. That support will come to you 100% of the time. But our problem is we be trying to find the support from people who ain't going to support us. And then we get emotional about it. Forget it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got some family members and you feel like they should support you and they didn't, move on, forget it. Like I said, for the most part, your support going to come from strangers, sadly enough. Your biggest fans, your biggest supporters going to be strangers, people that don't know you. It's unfortunate, but it's a reality. Zero, peace, what's happening? C square, peace, what's the word? Hey, C square, if it don't make sense, then don't pursue it. Pursue something that makes sense. What they call it, calculated. We got to make sure it's calculated. You know, at the end of the day, we're not telling people to, what they say, jump out on faith. Nah, calculated risk. Meaning you weighed the pros and the cons and it all makes sense. Now let's get it. Notice I said the pros and the cons. So for every endeavor that you pursue, there are going to be some cons. It ain't going to be 100% pros. So those cons are going to be the risk. But if you weighing everything and the cons outweighing the pros, then it's like, all right, man, let me move on to another endeavor. Let me move on to another idea. Kurt, peace, what's happening? Oh, Lindell, 100% right and exact. Quick, fast, man. That's how we like it, man. Quick, fast, what they call the microwave generation. That's what we on. We want things with the quick, fast. So if we pursue something, we expect for it to make money overnight. So a lot of people don't have that patience. And that's part of the problem too. That's a way that people will talk themselves out of a situation. You know, because they know like, if I do this, then I ain't going to be making no money for real. Hey, long-term thinking. What they call investing, value investing. That's how you got to look at these endeavors, man. If you believe in yourself, if you know that you are mastering something, it's only going to be a matter of time. It's only going to be a matter of time before you start reaping the financial benefits from pursuing that endeavor. Of course, initially, we all got to start somewhere. But if you mastering your craft and if you dedicated to mastering the craft, guess what? The money and all of that is going to follow. You ain't even got to worry about it. Just focus on the craft. Focus on providing that service, giving the people the information, giving the people top-notch customer service, things like that. The money will follow. See, we be too worried about money. And we don't know where the true currency lies, man. And that's within the mind. Within that mind, you can attract however much money that you need. That's your true bank, man. That's your true bank account right here, the mental. That's your true bank account, man. But we do not utilize it. We don't utilize it at all. We don't, when they say make your money work for you, like you gotta make that mind work for you also. You know, people, you hear that all the time when people start talking about wealth and just financial literacy, financial information, financial tips. Make your money work for you. Do the same with your mind. Do the same with your thoughts. Make your thoughts work for you. Make your mind work for you. Make your words work for you. So you got to apply that same principle to the mind. But a lot of people don't do that. They don't let the mind work for them. They don't let their thoughts work for them. They don't let their feelings and emotions work for them. That's what you got to do, man. Make those feelings and emotions work for you in a positive manner. That's what must be done. Eugene, 100% right and exact. 100%. Clocks in for sure. What Nip say? In order to grow, I had to learn to let go of some habits. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let go of them bad habits, man. You gotta let go of them habits. Like I said, we habitual creatures. So we creatures of habits, man. So if you been in a position for a minute, then all that means is your current process needs to change. Something needs to change. That's all that means. Your current regimen needs to change. Something needs to be altered in your current regimen, which is going to make you uncomfortable. That's the only way that you will truly grow. You will have to become uncomfortable in order to grow. And that's our problem. Comfort zone. A lot of people comfortable. I'm telling you, The moment that you accept and embrace being uncomfortable, hey, there's no limit to what you can accomplish when you accept and embrace being uncomfortable. You will be able to accomplish anything. Seriously. When you're not afraid of being uncomfortable, it's a wrap. Once you eliminate that fear, it's going to be a wrap, man. It's going to be a wrap. You're going to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. When you have no fear of being uncomfortable. Oh, CNP for sure. That's why I always got to clarify out here. Always got to do it. Lindell, exactly. And that's another thing too. Stop letting corporate America insult you, man. Like that's what I had to get over. Stop letting corporate America tell you what you worth. You know what I'm saying? If they not giving you what you worth, again, go out and create an opportunity and go get what it is that you worth. Man, I had to stop letting corporate America insult me, man. Y'all not about to pay me way less than what I know that I'm worth. Like, nah. And y'all want me to do all of this and this is all y'all paying me? No, sir. Let me go ahead and create an opportunity for myself. We be allowing corporate America to insult us severely. Like, nah, man, I'm not doing it. I vow to never go back to corporate America and accept something that's insulting. No. They insulted me enough in my 20s, man. I ain't going out like that ever again. If y'all offering me something and it's not what I'm worth, I don't need that. I don't need listen, we don't need corporate America. Corporate America needs us. That's how I start viewing things. Magic for sure. Percy, my brother, appreciate that donation. You say I stopped chasing money and started attracting money. Exactly. Had to let go of women. Hey, and go monk mode. They were killing my productivity. Hey, 100%. I mean, this ain't even like real in the field, man. This is, hey, what Percy said is no lie. Straight up. That can happen. And I've seen that happen more than enough, man. I done seen that happen. I done had personal experience of that. That's why, especially when you young and in the game, man, hey, if you about to start your career or whatever the case may be and you not in a relationship, I'm gonna tell you, man, take some years off from that and get your stuff in order. Because, man, again, at the end of the day, when you add another person to the mix, that becomes a liability instantly. If you don't have your life figured out or semi figured out, that person, that's gonna be a liability, man. Because they're gonna require one thing that you're gonna need in order to really manifest what you're trying to manifest, and that's time. It's only so much time in a day. So when you add somebody else to the mix, man, they're gonna require your time. And that's time that you could be spending building up your business or getting your career off the ground, whatever the case may be. And they're gonna be tapping into that valuable time that you can never get back. So I tell people, man, if you young, man, if you're not in a situation as far as a relationship, when it's time for you to start that career, go ahead and focus on that career, man. Get yourself in order. Get yourself in order. Get some stability. Solidify a foundation. Then you can add somebody else to the mix. But we be in such a rush to add people to the mix, man, and again becomes a liability. Just think about it. Think about what a lot of businesses say in reference to in like hiring people. They tell you how much money has to be spent in order to hire a new person when it comes to training and things like that, and why they get so upset when a person accepts a job, goes through the training, and then quits. The same thing applies for relationships. Just think of how much it costs for you to consistently be dating folks, all the money that you must spend. That's a liability, man. All the time that you have to spend on these dates just for it to not work out. Like, chill on out. You need that time and you need that money. So you got to move a little differently, man. If you're in the beginning stages of solidifying your foundation, don't waste all that time and money going on these mindless dates that you know will not go anywhere. Stop doing that. You wasting money and you wasting time that you can't get back. So you gotta stop doing that. Gotta chill on out. MC for sure. People don't understand that, man. If you with a person, man, if they don't understand that, then you got to choose another person to be with. Because at the end of the day, let's look at it as a man. If his role is to provide and protect, hey, how can I protect and provide if I'm not bringing in the ducats, if I'm not generating the revenue. So if my business is the revenue, then hey, I got to dedicate some time and energy to this business in order for me to generate the revenue. If they don't understand that, then hey, they got to go. They got to go, man, because they're going to hold you back at the end of the day. They're going to hold you back because they're not looking at it long term. But they say we working hard now so we can play later type deal. So you got to understand that. You got to understand that vibe and understand that energy. I'm going to sacrifice this time now so I have more time in the future. Boom. But if I play around now, then the future going to be rough. And when the future is rough, like when you older and things get a little rough, it's harder. It's harder. So it's best to do these things while you're younger, while you got a little energy. Miss Nia, peace, what's happening? Hey, Clan, Army of Allah, peace, what's happening? MT, there you go. Stay on the right path. MC, there you go. Focus on finishing. Exactly. There you go. No dating until you. I'm telling y'all, man, that's a jewel. For real, because at the end of the day, man, you're gonna have this. That's time that you got to spend. That's money that you're gonna have to. That's mental energy that you're gonna have to spend, man. That's gonna just knock you off. It's gonna knock you off your square, knock you off your focus. I ain't saying it's impossible, but if it's something like I said, if it ain't somebody that you've been with for a minute, man, just leave it alone, man. You ain't got time to be trying to get to know somebody, man. Just focus on yourself, solidify that foundation, boom, then make your move. Don't be listening to all these other so-called gurus out here that can put a timestamp on you having to be married and be in a relationship. Forget all of that. What it's a time step on is you doing what you was meant to do. It's a time step on that because you got one life to live. So you don't want to spend that one life and then get to your deathbed and regret that you didn't pursue your passion. No, you didn't pursue your purpose. Nah, it's a time step on that. It's a time step on that. So forget all of that. You got one life to live. You got one purpose to fulfill. Make sure you fulfill that purpose, man. Make sure you leave your mark on society. Make sure you do that. That's something that we tend to forget that we tend to forget and we tend to neglect. So ourselves is our purpose, man. Everybody has a purpose. Either you was born with it, so to speak, or you gonna create it. Either way, we gonna have a purpose. Hey, clan, there we go. There we go. Clocks in, grind hard now to shine hard later for sure. K Spirit, peace, what's happening? Say don't be a paper chaser and be a purpose chaser. Oh, yeah, for sure. And you ain't even got to chase the purpose. Just activate it. You know what I'm saying? Activate. We ain't got to chase anything that's inside of us. You just got to activate it. That purpose is already within you. You just got to activate that purpose. And once you activate the purpose, let everything unfold. Shantae Peace Queen, what's happening? Activate the purpose, let it unfold. That's it. That's what I did. I activated the purpose. Boom. And I just let everything unfold according to that activation. Real simple. Real simple, man. Again, like I've always said, life is real simple. We tend to complicate things. My brother Antonio Peace, what's happening? We tend to complicate life. Matter of fact, let me give y'all, I always forget, I mean to do this in the beginning each time, man. Show y'all kind of the book that I'll be on. Hey, this is a good book for all my men. Hey, my sisters can read this too. But look at that. Manhood, principles, parables, concepts, and characteristics from the Holy Quran. Y'all know I study everything. So I'm studying this book. Let's see what the Holy Quran says about manhood and see how it lines up with what we say about manhood, with what the Bible says about manhood, man. But this is a powerful book, man. Shout out to my Nation of Islam brothers. It's a powerful book thus far, I should say. You know, I just started it, and from what I read so far, man, it's lining up, it's right and exact, it's righteous, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it. But this the book of the day right here, the book of the week, probably. Manhood, principles, parables, concepts, and characteristics from the Holy Quran. Boom. Y'all see the author, Demetric Muhammad. Boom. This the book. Go ahead, grab that book, break it down, study it, all that good stuff. You know, so men, we gotta start being men, man. Like at the end of the day, we gotta go out and get it. We gotta stop relying on other men to give us opportunities. That's one thing that I was taking from just studying my ancestors. That's one thing that I came across. I'm not about to wait on another man to give me an opportunity to feed myself and the people around me. I'm gonna go out and get it. I'm gonna go out and get it, man. If they closing doors on me, I'm gonna still go out and make something happen. It even says it in this book. I don't know if it's a chapter. I think it might be a chapter. Let me see if I can find it. It's right here in this book that I just showed y'all. Page 120, it says, men make things happen. Point blank, period. Men make things happen. And they utilize the Quran to show and prove that. And let me see if I can, matter of fact, let me see if I can quote what they on. Right, they gave us, listen, they gave us this following quote from the Holy Quran. And that man can have nothing but what he strives for, and that his striving will soon be seen. Boom. We make things happen. We turn thoughts into things. Most of the Holy Scriptures gonna tell you that. What the Bible say, as a man thinketh, so is he. Something along those lines. All of these books, they telling you the same type of things, man. We make things happen. We don't sit up, as our lessons say, when you sit up home and wait for a mystery God to bring you food, clothing, and shelter, the answer is emphatically no. You gonna go out there and you gonna get it. You gonna go get the food. You gonna go build the shelter. You gonna go make the clothes. Like, you gonna do that. You're not gonna wait for somebody to bring you food, clothing, and shelter. No. You may not ever get the food, clothing, and shelter if you just wait on somebody to bring it to you. You got to go out there and you got to get it. That's why we went out into the fields. Like when you study your ancestors, that's why they was hunting, hunter-gatherers, things like that. Because we not waiting on anybody. What we look like just sitting around meditating and praying, waiting for somebody to just drop some food in our lap. No. You got to go and get it. You got to make something happen. Instead, we like to make excuses happen. That's it. But you got to make something happen. You a man, you got to be a man. You got to make something happen. You got to make a way for yourself. Listen, I know how hard it is. Trust me. Well, nobody giving me opportunities, man. I already, listen, I was nobody. I was getting rejected left and right, left and right, left and right. And I did everything according to the American dream process that they told me to do. Went to school, was on the dean's list, 2 degrees, 4 years. I'm talking about immaculate rap sheet, clean, never had a record, no problems whatsoever. Nothing was going for me. And I could have sit around and cried about it. I didn't land one job in my degree field in corporate America. Not one. Like, not one at all. And I was applying for a whole lot of them. I didn't land not one job in my degree field. Not one. Not one at all. Don't y'all find that interesting? But instead of crying about it, what did I do? I made a way for myself. And I'm trying to be an example for everybody else. I'm trying to be an example for everybody else. I said, forget the American dream. I'm going to create my own dream. And I'm going to manifest that dream and turn it into reality. Like, I didn't have time for that, man. Rejected left and right. That'll do something to your psyche. That'll do something to your mental health. You'll start feeling like you have a problem. You'll start feeling like something is wrong with you. But I was like, no, something is wrong with corporate America because they missing out on my greatness. I'm insulting myself by striving to help these other corporations get rich. I'm insulting myself. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. Since y'all want to miss out on this greatness, I'm going to just use it for myself. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I encourage a lot of you all to do. Man, y'all listen, when I start talking to my peoples, man, the minds be too brilliant. We be too powerful, man, to keep enriching these corporations. Man, take that power, take that brilliance, and do something for yourself, man. Do something for yourself. MT, I got my 2 degrees are in business management and marketing. I was striving to be in the marketing, on the marketing side of things. So I was applying for a lot of marketing jobs, got zero. Got zero. The only time I got into marketing is when I started my own business. And I'm gonna give y'all some jewels on that, just to show y'all how wicked and stupid corporate America is. So one of my degrees is marketing, right? Never got a marketing job. I go get my own gym. Mind you, I'm in a plaza with other buildings. People have signs up on their buildings. up on their suite, all of this, all this fancy stuff. I don't have a sound, have nothing. You don't even know what it is until you walk up to the door of my gym. And I had the most people coming in and out, to the point where the lady that has a boutique, that just opened up a boutique right next to my gym, she had to ask me, like, man, what do you do to bring all your people in? Like, I see you always have constant traffic, yet you ain't got no sign. I spent thousands of dollars on this sign above my suite, and it don't seem to be working. So she, you know what I'm saying? They asking me for advice. They just spent all this money, and I'm sitting here with no sign, and I got the most traffic. Now they wondering what I'm doing, but I couldn't land a marketing job in corporate America. Obviously, I know something about marketing, but corporate America made it seem like I wasn't deserving to work in somebody's marketing department. So I was like, all right, cool. Like I said, y'all gonna miss out on this greatness. One thing I know how to do is get some people into a building. I know how to generate attention. I know how to be deliberate about that. I know exactly what to say and do. I know how to do copywriting and ads and things like that. Like, I know how to do that well. But I was like, all right, they ain't gonna give me no opportunities. Cool. Let me create these opportunities for myself. Let me create them for myself. Disciple of Christ, peace, what's happening? Eugene, for sure. Like my man's K Reno said, stop begging for a job and make one. You know what I'm saying? That's where I got at. That's where I was at with it. Stop begging for a job and make one. I got tired of these jobs, man, with the disrespectful pay they was offering me. I was like, all right, cool. Let me just go ahead and pay myself, or create something to pay myself what I'm worth. Point blank. I was like, I'm going to bet on myself. And that's the best decision that I've made in a minute, to bet on myself. Oh, Tony, man, don't even get me started. Man, I was working in banking and Target, literally. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Those things, they had nothing to do with marketing. Now, granted, I learned a lot on these jobs, but the point of the matter is, that's not what I was striving for. That's not what my credentials. I should have been in the marketing department. But I was getting offered everything other than marketing. Well, what was the point? Ray, peace, what's happening, my brother? Shante, for sure. For sure. Like, I just started studying business structures, things like that. So that I was like, all right, so when I open my own joint, I'm going to know what to do. I'm going to know what not to do. That's what I started doing, just studying how these businesses was operating. One of the banks I worked at, they marketing department was trash. Yeah, I know I could have helped them get more people, but I start possessing this attitude and this mentality. I was like, man, I'm not going to work. Listen, I'm not about to go out of my way to bring more clients and customers to these institutions when they not trying to go out their way to make sure I'm good. Nah. I was like, nah, I'm not going to unleash my potential and my power until I'm doing something for myself. Forget all of that. Because they ungrateful anyway. Disciple of Christ, you say you in the same boat. You want to start making money from home. These jobs only love us for what we can do for them, for sure. And man, it's a 1,000 ways to make money from home. So man, it's 1,000. I'm telling y'all, man. Man, I could chop it up with all y'all, and I guarantee you I could find a way for y'all to make some type of generate some type of revenue doing something that you're passionate about from the crib. Guarantee you. I don't care what it is. Guarantee you. After we talk long enough, I guarantee you I have a way for you to make some money at the crib. Guarantee you. Man, it's easy out here to do it. And it ain't all about just YouTube. There's a bunch of different ways outside of YouTube, outside of you having to get on a camera and talk. Man, listen. And then that's one thing too. And I'm going to build on Percy. Appreciate that donation. Appreciate it. Oh, Percy, for sure. They selling hope out here, man. They selling hope. And hope, hey, hope is a powerful drug. So they selling hope. You know, at the end of the day, they selling hope. Forget all of that. You know, just go out and get it. Go out and do it. All these wealthy folks, all these entertainers that you look up to, like, these people ain't no different from you. They bleed just like you bleed. So whatever it is they got, you can get it too. Period, man. Don't start making excuses. Oh, they pops gave them this, that, and the third. They inherited X, Y, and Z. So what? That was their path. But guess what? You can reach that same status. You just gonna have to take a different path though. That's all. Your path just gonna be different, but you can still reach that same point though. It's just like going to whatever city you live in. If you had to go to somebody's crib right now, I guarantee you there's more than one way to get there. If I right now from where I'm at to get to my gym, there's like 4 to 5 different ways to get there. But they all gonna lead to the same destination. That's the point. Ray Peace, what's happening? So again, a lot of times we analyze where people at and we look at how they got there and we act like that's the only way that you can get there. Oh, they inherited all that money. Okay, cool. That's how they got there. But there are other different ways to get there outside of somebody inheriting some money. Study those ways. If you feel like you can't inherit the money, or you're not going to inherit the money, or you didn't inherit the money, all right, find somebody that didn't inherit the money that still reached that same spot. Guarantee you can find somebody. Study how they got there. Study how they did it. The formulas is out here, man. The formulas are out here easily. That's why we talk about studying the so-called enemy, man. They gonna tell you what to do. They gonna show you what to do. They say you want to hide something from us, put it in the book. That's exactly what they have done. That's why I stay trying to read these books, because they have put a lot of formulas in regards to success and wealth in these books. They just feel like we're not gonna read them and we're not gonna act on them. So they literally have given us the cheat codes, but they like, nah, they ain't gonna read it. They put the truth in plain sight for us, man. They give us the recipe. They give us the recipes and the formula for success, but we don't want to read. Man, I got a book. I forget the name of the book because I be reading so many books, I forget the name. But it's written, it's co-authored. It's a co-authored book. Donald Trump and Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Poor Dad dude, man, they got a book that they wrote together. And that book is, man, that's one of the best business books that I've read. Yes, a book by Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Poor Dad guy. Some of the best business advice in those books. And I think Why We Want You to Be Rich. That's the name of the book. Why We Want You to Be Rich. Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki. I guarantee you, if you order that book right now today, get it in 2 days, 2 or 3 days, however long it takes for you to get it, guarantee you read that book, you're going to come away with a lot of jewels. Guarantee you. Kiyosaki and Donald Trump, I'm telling you, read that book, Why We Want You to Be Rich. They literally giving you the jewels in that book. But they act like, you know what I'm saying, they think we're not going to read it. Put it right there in the book. I got the book somewhere around here. Wish I could easily access it, but y'all know how that goes. Too many books. But I got that book somewhere around here. Army of Allah, peace, peace. Handle that business. Disciple of Christ, man. Like, people don't understand the difference between like money and wealth. You know, we got the assets, man, like assets and liabilities and things like that. We're gonna start speaking in accounting language in a minute. But people equate money to wealth. Like, nah. People equate income to wealth. Like, how much you make a year don't got anything to do with how wealthy you are. Like, nothing at all. You can make 6 figures a year and be more poor than a person that makes 40,000 a year. So you can make 100,000 and you could be poorer than a person that makes 40,000 a year. Actual facts. Actual facts. Matter of fact, another book, The Millionaire Next Door, it breaks down what I just said, what I just talked about. It breaks that down, how that's possible. It breaks it down. How somebody can make 100,000 a year yet be poorer than a person that makes 40 or 50,000. And that's easy. You blowing all your money, but the person with the 40 or 50,000, they investing, they acquiring assets. They are acquiring assets. The people that's making 6 figures, man, you got to ask yourself, like, they probably buying high price clothing because they trying to keep up this certain image. Person that's making 40, 50, that what image they got to keep up, man. Forget that. I'm not finna spend $300-$400 on a suit and buy 6 or 7 of them. I ain't finna do that. But you trying to keep up with this appearance, this image. So you buying the most expensive car, you buying the most expensive clothing, you going to the most expensive places to go eat. Yeah, you're gonna be poor at the end of the day. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna be poor. You're not acquiring any assets. All of these things are liabilities, things that don't have any value. The moment you put that suit on and you walk around, it has lost value. The moment you drive that car off the lot, it has lost value. You know, so that's what people be on. Acquire these assets, man. I was talking to a client the other day, and she was talking about how she has a lot of old Disney movies on VHS. Something simple as that. I was like, hey, you might want to keep those. I said those things, these movies that you talk, Aladdin and all of these Beauty and the Beast. I'm like, hey, it may sound crazy, but I'm like, man, if you ever reach a hard time, those movies gonna get you out of it. Those movies, those are assets right there. Classic movies like that on VHS, man, people pay a lot of money for these things. That's one of the reasons I used to collect basketball and baseball cards and football cards. People pay a lot of money for these things. So I was like, nah, you might want to keep those. Don't ever give nothing like that away. Keep those on deck. Keep them in good condition, all that. Keep them on deck. Old Disney VHS tapes. Keep them on deck. I guarantee you those going to be worth thousands. They probably already worth thousands. This is probably somebody already out here right now that'll pay her a couple thousand for Beauty and the Beast on VHS. Guarantee it. Assets, man. Like you gotta collect, find something to collect that accumulates value over time. You don't have to just invest in the stock market, man. You can find collectibles, man. You can find small things to collect, man. People collect art, just anything, man. Anything you collect, you ain't gotta. People think to invest just means to invest in the stock market. No, a lot of things that you can collect that accumulates value, man. You ain't gotta learn the stock market to be an investor. Period, man. Yeah, Shantae, that exactly. Tony, and there you go. You can spend it, invest it, or let it sit somewhere. Definitely don't want to let it sit somewhere. Your money got to move with a purpose, man. Got to move with a purpose. Oh, disciple of Christ, man. I know people that rode bikes to work and probably had $1 million in the bank. All right, man. Hey, those joints worth a lot. Man, I got old basketball jerk, man. I'm telling you, just anything you could think of, man. I guarantee you it's worth some money. I wish they would have pushed that more back in the day when we was young. Like, hey, keep some of this stuff in good condition because, hey, 10, 15, 20 years from now, it's going to be worth something. So you got to start instilling that in the children. Like, hey, man, keep this on you because the way the future be unfolding so rapidly, this might be a very rare commodity, 20 years from now. So if you keep it on you, keep it in good condition, it's going to be worth something. Tony, man, I'm telling you, I wish I would have kept the Pokemon cards that I had back then. Wish I would have kept them. Wish I would have kept them in good condition. Would have been worth all type of money right now. All type of money. Disciple of Christ. Is actually some science behind why you may have like nightmares or see crazy things in your dreams while you fast. That's actually normal. And y'all know how we hey, just to go off to another subject real quick. When you fast and when you cleansing and detoxing, it's very normal for you to have nightmares and have crazy dreams because you got to think about what's happening. Your body is cleansing itself. When your body is cleansing itself, what's happening? The toxins are being removed. So they hitting the bloodstream and things like that. So that's why a lot of times when people fast and they actually get worse before they become better. And this is mentally and physically. So when you having these weird dreams and these crazy dreams, that's all that negativity leaving the body, leaving the mind. That's part of the cleansing and detoxing effect. Bad dreams and nightmares is part of that. So people think of cleansing as only a physical thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna sweat, etc., etc. No, having dreams is part of that too. Your mind is part of that too. Like, your mind is part of the cleansing effect too. So you having these dreams, that's part of the cleansing effect. That's part of it. So a lot of times, man, when you fasting and you detoxing, man, you're gonna have some of the most craziest dreams known to man. You may see some of the crazy. That's why when people go so long, they hallucinate, things like that. And what they say, the mind playing tricks on me. Hey, it's cleansing itself. It's cleansing itself. Tony for sure and Ray. Oh yeah. Them old school joints. Them old school joints. Oh, Shantae for sure. Yeah. I remember, I'll never forget when I was in college, right before I stopped eating all the fast food and the garbage. I'll never forget, I started getting way more in tune with myself. And I remember every time I ate McDonald's around that time, I had a crazy dream. Every time. Just let me know the negative effect of McDonald's. Every time it was like clockwork. If I ate some McDonald's, went to sleep that night, crazy dream. Crazy dream. Like, I kid y'all not. Every time I ate McDonald's, man, I had the craziest dreams. The dreams stopped when I stopped eating McDonald's. I cannot make that up. I'm like dead serious right now. Every time I would go to McDonald's and consume some food from McDonald's, man, I would go to sleep, have crazy dream. Crazy. I'm talking about very crazy, very odd, very strange. And I took all of this as a sign to stop eating this McDonald's. C square 100%, right and exact. Most definitely what you eat can be the reason for your nightmares. Most that 100%. Just think about it, man. If you eating, like, listen, you are what you eat. You know what I'm saying? So if you eating those heavy foods, you're gonna have heavy thoughts, you're gonna have heavy dreams. You eating that toxic food, you're gonna have toxic thoughts, you're gonna have toxic dreams. It's all possible. When you eat those calming foods, they're gonna calm you down, you're gonna have calmer dreams. Period. Like, easily, man. So yeah, that's 100% right and exact though. 100%. What you eat can definitely impact your dreams and definitely be the reason for your nightmares. I cannot make that up. And part of the cleansing effect is getting rid of that negative energy. So like I said, when you initially start cleansing yourself, then boom, you're gonna have all type of crazy dreams. And a lot of times that frightens people. So then they start eating again because they think, oh, I shouldn't be fasting because I'm having these bad dreams and my body breaking down. Woo woo. Nah, like again, hey, in order to build, we got to destroy it. So we got to understand that science. We can't run from that science. That's what we try to do. We be running from the science. We be running from the science, man. We gotta stop doing it. Gotta stop doing it for sure. But y'all, man, it's looking like I gotta make this move in a minute, man. I gotta get to this gym. This was nice build, man. I ain't even have an hour today, but we still made it effective. I'm getting back in the swing of things, man, with the streaming and all of that good stuff, man. I'm getting back in the swing of things. Quinell, peace, appreciate you. I'm getting my momentum back, getting the consistency back. We back on it. We trying to filter out a lot of the ignorance out here, man, with some positivity, some productivity, some empowerment, things along those lines. Y'all know how it is, man. So again, I'm back on my consistency. We pushing that content. What they say, pushing P, all that nonsense. Now we pushing this content, man. We pushing this content. We pushing this power. We pushing this positivity. We pushing this peace. That's what we pushing out here, man. But I appreciate the donations, man, all the comments, all the love, man. It's always peace. We don't, as you see, we don't get a lot of nonsense and ignorance in these streams, man, these chats. So it's all good, man. But appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get back to enjoying y'all Monday. May or may not jump on this joint tomorrow. Depends on how I'm feeling. I may dive into this book because this book is powerful. So I want to probably get like halfway done with it because we on a mission with these books out here. We on a mission with these books. And DB, before you, man, I wish I had my book on. Matter of fact, DB, I'm gonna make a video for that. But before I sign out here, let me bring this book up. If I got it on me, I should have had it book. Let me give you a book real quick. DB, right here, get this one. How to Keep Slim, Healthy, and Young with Juice Fasting. I mean, I read a lot of books on fasting, but this is relevant to the question. It's relevant to the question. And DB, to sum it up, to keep it simple for you right now, before I make a video on that, it depends. It depends on the person. It depends on the ailment that the person is dealing with. You know, if they healthy or not. So like, it depends. If they not healthy, then it depends on the ailment. So it really just depends on what we're dealing with in regards to how long it takes to completely detoxify the body from toxins. So it depends on what all we're dealing with. It depends on how toxic and acidic the person is. So it really all depends. But definitely grab this book though. How to Keep Slim, Healthy, and Young with Juice Fasting. This is a powerful book. I just finished it up today. Go ahead and grab this book. Just semi-answer the question. And then I should probably do a video on that too. But yeah, man, I'm out though. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Monday. Y'all be easy out here. And if I don't holler at y'all tomorrow, y'all enjoy your Tuesday. I'm out though. Peace.